Hello everybody, welcome to another charting session here on the channel. Today is February 23rd, 2024. This is actually in the morning because last night I could not record the charting session. So this is a pre-market session. And today I want to go over yesterday's action. So all of yesterday, if we go to this 15-minute, starting at the Wednesday afternoon session, going all into the night session, and continuing all of the day, it was just one move. It was just an uptrend. And the reason why of this is because, well, one, we were super bullish in the overnight session, and that's because of all the news we had. We had all of this news. In addition to all this news, we had the earnings from NVIDIA and all the other tech companies. So looking at NVIDIA here, this NVIDIA stock is part of S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100. So this move right here, including a bunch of other tech companies, will cause ES and NQ to run up. Now, I took 0 trades in all of this. The entire day, I just sat and watched. This was a Wednesday trade. So all of this action, I just sat back and I watched it all. And I want to sort of explain why that is so important. So, first of all, let me go over my outlook into sort of this week and next week. So, as you can see, in the markets, we are at all-time highs in NASDAQ and on ES as well, right? Now, keep this in mind. We're at all-time highs. We have no liquidity up here, and usually when we are at this area, we have no idea where we want to go. Now, also looking at this 4-hour range, hold on a second. Okay, that's why I was so confused. I had this on S&P. Okay, here we go. So, looking at this range, we are close to this high and far from this bottom. So most likely we're going to take out this high. What I really want to see is a couple things. One, we may see this be a sweep, and in the morning we pump lower, and I would want to see us break through this fair value gap. So I'm going to mark this as a fair value gap. Okay. We could either pump and take this out and head lower, sweeping this high and this SMT playing out, or we may come up to this high and we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we come up, morning pump, take that out this high, which what I would like to see, and us sweep, us displace lower, and hopefully that is the new all-time high. So I want to talk about defense versus offense. So there's two different kind of ways you can trading. One is defense versus offense, and defense, you want to trade low size, and you want to basically up your conviction. Do not work on upping your size, just work on trading very low size and upping your conditions. This is the reason why I am currently making just like $150 on my winning days. The reason why I could be winning, I could be making thousands of dollars, but I do not want to try that because we're not in a high probability area. I want to preserve my capital. Now, offense is whenever you see a really good setup and you up your size to make your big gains. That's how you make your much bigger winning days, where I'll be making thousands, right? But none of that's going to happen until we stop making all-time highs. We have to start displacing down. And what I would like to see on this daily is I draw out this range, and I would want to see us, one, go down and take this low. Taking this low, this low right here is exactly in discount. I would want us to displace this low and especially take out this fair value gap, take out OTE, displace through the sell side liquidity, and also go through these breakers. These will be disrespecting a bunch of bullish PD arrays, which could see us to go lower. We take out this low and we keep continuing. That is what I would love to see. Now, we do have this monthly fair value gap we could tap off of, but anyways, this entire range, right? If you look out, all of this is all sell side liquidity that we want to see taken out. If we can see this low get displaced, or even a sweep of these highs and lows, we will have a bunch of opportunity to head lower. And especially if we can stop taking all-time highs and just start heading lower for the next coming weeks and months, that would be amazing. That is where we're going to start being able to play offensive and start making our big money. Now, what separates us? Why is it actually good to trade, especially as a beginner in this type of market? The reason why is because if you practice trading in bad conditions, when the good conditions actually arrive, you have gained the knowledge, the discipline, and the habits, right? You have created all of that for yourself, and you're going to be like, wow, I'm doing amazing, right? And that's why people that are more successful usually learn during the bad times, because one, they're not focused on the short term, they're focused on the long term. Right now, if you're focused on the short term with trading, right? If you're just starting to trade and you're like, man, trading sucks, you're going to quit, okay? But you have to know that the markets are going to get better. And this time right now is the best time to learn, because you're learning right now. It's just perfect time, right? The markets are terrible and you're becoming a better trader trading these terrible conditions. So when the good conditions arrive, you are going to bank. And that is why I'm not doing high size right now. I want to wait until we get good market conditions. That's also why, like, I have grown. My profits every single week for like the past month, right? All of this year of 20, or I'd say all of February and then the second half of January, I've been profitable. I have every single week been profitable. There's not been one week that I have lost more money than I have won. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind that I have won and I've been profitable every week, even though the conditions are terrible. Just imagine when the conditions are good. Imagine how much better my profit margins are going to be. So that is when I will be upping my size. And yes, I'll be losing a couple $100, but I would be making thousands, right? That is what I'm really focused on whenever the market conditions get good. And also you can up your risk because you have good market conditions. The move goes your way, you can trim your stop, and then you can have a lot less risk going on. So that is what I want to see into this morning. I want to see us decide, we may even do something like this. We may act like this could be internal manipulation. We may see us, respect this order block. Like, there's so many different things that can happen, but I want to see and wait for the rejection. If we can get a rejection here and start selling off, I want to see us break this low, continue down, and then I'll see a setup to take short, right? I don't want to take it right off here because we may just see, a little pullback. Maybe we could tap into this 15-minute for value gap and head higher, right? You don't know yet. So I want to see us displace this low. We're also in this range. We are in this range of this high right here, this buy side liquidity, and the sell side liquidity down here. In addition to that, we are also in this massive 4-hour range, right? We have this high up here and we have this low. So we're in this range, and I want to wait for us to, see where price is going to go. Now, what I really want to do is I do not want to take any longs today. And the reason why is because, I only want to take a long if we displace above this high. The only problem with that, though, is that I don't know how high we're going to go. So that's why I really don't want to, I do not want us to go up here. I want us to just head out. I just want us to keep heading lower. Hopefully that we can create this all-time highs today. Maybe this could be the all-time highs, right? On ES, we are right now at all-time highs. So we will see what happens. Anyways, that is all I have for this morning. And I'll see you all in the next charting session.